he? Where is he? Oh my gosh. Oh, his pace. I am so sick of the pace. Here I am with our 3 kids. We've managed to get all of our luggage through the airport security. We're all checked in. He had one job, just one job. Return the rental car. It is at the airport. It is 2 minutes from where you dropped us off. Okay, I open up my text message. We are in Mexico. We are at the Cabo San Lucas airport. We were running a little late, so I had the great idea of having him drop us off first. I will get the luggage, I will bring the kids, I will get us checked in. You just return the rental car. Here's the address. It's right here because we reserved it at the airport. Okay, sounds good, Jess. So I go in, I check in with the counter, I get our tickets printed, and on we go through our security process, and we have over 30 to 40 minutes of downtime now, so that panic, that rush, that stressed approach has now settled. Well, now the new approach of stress has re-found me. As I opened my cell phone and put the roaming off, only to find a text message that says, "Don't get on the plane, I'm not gonna make it." What? You're not gonna make it? You're 5 minutes away from me. You're outside this very small airport. We only have 7 gates. The rental car is right there. I could see the sign. So I text back, "What do you mean?" And at this point, again, my annoyance of just figure it out. I call him. "Please tell me where you are. What is going on?" "What? I'm 20 minutes away." "What? 20 minutes away? Okay, how did you get 20 minutes away?" "Well, Jess, the national car rental that you punched in, I couldn't find it." "What do you mean you couldn't find it?" "Well, then I punched in a new one from the receipt that we got, and it was 4 miles away, and I remember getting on a shuttle, and so that must have been the one." At what point, Andy, did you start to maybe listen to your gut, if you did at all, and realize driving away from the airport was not where you wanted to go? So the traffic that we got caught in to make us late to begin with, which is why we were in the hustle and drop us off and separate our family, had now bestowed him again. He was not in a salubrious state of mind, nor was I. And now we are stressed and we are fighting and I am resisting him. And he is saying, "Don't get on the plane." I'm saying, "Get here," and we're getting on the plane. I already have reservations in California. "We need to get on the plane. Your whole family is here and we are checked in. Just get here." "No, Jess, I am reordering this rental car and I'm going to come and pick you up and we are staying in Cabo one more night. We just have to figure it out." "Andy, it is spring break. There are no other hotels available. Just get here." Needless to say, we stayed in Cabo one more night. And all of the effort that I had made for the beautiful transition to California to stay over has now gone away. So now my new energy has to be on the phone with a Spanish-speaking airline that will not answer me, okay? 45 minutes. So I hang up the phone, I accept my new reality, and now I get on Expedia. All right, here we go. What do we have to find in store for us? It is a nice little Mexican hotel, a little different than the first one we stayed at, but we're gonna be creative now and we're going to be thankful for where we're at. So after about 3 hours of silence, I finally came around and decided to embrace this new adventure. All right. So what went wrong with that situation from the perspective of how I was treating my husband and how he was responding to me? Well, we were stressed and we let it get the best of us. We have lost all perspective of what we could be thankful for in the situation. And that then influenced our tone with each other, our ability to see the rainbow at the end of the tunnel, our ability to say, "God's got it." We then decided to say, okay, well, You didn't get in an accident on your 20-minute detour that you decided to take. Our children are safe. We didn't leave one of them behind. Nobody got taken from the foreign airport. All right, so we're doing okay. I mean, this isn't the worst thing. However, I did have to rebook our tickets, and $850 later, and the canceled reservation in California that I could not get out of, and then the new Uber and the new hotel expense. Wonderful. So I have been the budgeter, really trying to not have all of these extra expenses. Breathe. Now my stomach, the gut feeling that I'm having. 5 minutes. This all could have been absolved in 5 minutes, since that is what he finally got to the airport in, and the plane had taken away 5 minutes earlier. Okay, how do I just really show gratitude for my husband's process? All right, fast forward. This past weekend, we get to go on another adventure. We go to Tucson for a marriage conference. We are going to become one again. We took one mess and turned it into one mess. All right, so let's process this past weekend. What exactly occurred here? And really what it came down to as I wasn't trusting his approach. I wasn't accepting his process. I've been with my husband for 17 years. I know that he has a pace that is different than mine. I thrive in chaos. I thrive in the adventure of, this will work out. We will be in that plane. He doesn't. He is a bit more safe. He's practical, which has served us well as a family. He has grounded me as a person. I have learned how to commit and live in the midst of monotony and not always take flight. So essentially, my approach was to fight for what we wanted. His approach was to fight for another option. Now we need to come together and find the silver lining in all this. So as we're processing this weekend, we're definitely getting more on the same page. We're getting perspective. Why am I the way I am? Why is he the way he is? God has designed women a little differently, and as men have been also designed a little differently. How do we find that complementary balance? We are learning all sorts of tools, skills, mindsets. Great. Now I go on my own adventure for the day, and I am hiking through the cactus-filled fields of Tucson, and I decide to go off path, as I typically do, and I was going to find the summit. So I'm going, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm running late again. All right, I gotta get down. So I'm like, okay, how do I get down? There's not really a path, so I'm going to just inch my way down this trail, and I'm gonna slide through things because I see a lot of prickly things. Well, next thing you know, I look down, and there it is on my leg. I have this huge cactus, the teddy bear cholla. If anybody has met that sweet teddy bear, it is in my leg. I'm like, what do I do? I try to take it out. Nope, that's not gonna work. It's prickling me, it's hurting me. So now I'm like, Andy, I am stuck. What do I do? And luckily, because my husband is who he is and he is practical, he has packed a first aid kit. He finds me because I dropped a pin. His pace, woohoo, he got it. He ran up to me. He found me. He helped me heal my leg, which was now bleeding at this point because I had to beat it off with a stick. And he put all of the ointment, all of the bandage. So in just another week later, from the same day that we had our debacle, he now became my hero and my savior. And that is what we had to realize as a marriage. What do we need to focus on and see and accept about each other? And how do we keep this? So the way that we keep it is we've committed to having a cup of coffee in the morning to become one again. We can have grounds for giving attitude, or we can have grounds for giving gratitude. Thank you.